Daniel Cormier just threw his full weight behind Arman Tsarukyan, and he is not mincing words about it. While Charles Oliveira tries to muscle his way into title contention by calling out Justin Gaethje, Cormier is shutting that down hard, insisting there is only one fighter who deserves the next crack at lightweight gold. Here's the backstory. The UFC bypassed Tsarukyan back in January, handing Gaethje's interim title fight to Paddy Pimblett instead. That decision left a lot of fans furious, and now, with Gaethje sitting on top of a unified lightweight title, the pressure to finally deliver Tsarukyan his shot is mounting. But there is a catch. Gaethje has hinted he might take a break before defending, which means the wait for Tsarukyan could stretch all the way into 2027. Oliveira is not backing down either. He beat Gaethje back in 2022, and he just dominated Max Holloway, a man Tsarukyan also has history with, to claim the BMF strap. So now you have got two legitimate claims colliding at the top of the division. While all this title talk plays out, Tsarukyan is not sitting around. He is set to headline RAF 11 against Colby Covington this July, looking to stay sharp and remind everyone exactly why he deserves to be first in line. Let's hear what DC has to say.
Now, while Charles did win the last fight, it has to be Arman. There's no way that it cannot be Arman. Now the question becomes this: is Justin Gaethje better for saying no to a guy that he beat and fighting a guy who seems to be a very difficult matchup in Arman Tsarukyan? Or is Justin Gaethje still playing the game ahead of us? Telling you, man, he knew he was going to win that fight. People just didn't give him a chance. So it has to be Arman. I get what Dubronx is saying. He's the BMF champ. He feels like he beat Max Holloway. He beat Benoit Saint-Denis, I think. He beat Dan Hooker. And he did it in amazing fashion. But I just don't know if those victories would warrant you jumping Arman Tsarukyan. I just don't know that that's enough to skip Arman. And I believe that people now are ready. No, sorry, it's Mateusz Gamrot and Max Holloway. I think people are ready to watch Arman fight for the belt, and rightfully so. So, love Charles, love that he's making a statement, but the reality is it has to be Arman Tsarukyan.
Paddy Pimblett just dropped a confession that puts his entire performance against Justin Gaethje in a completely different light. Turns out, the baddie went into that lightweight unification fight already compromised, and he did not even know it. After the loss, Pimblett initially pointed to eye damage as the reason his grappling looked off. He said the eye pokes messed with his depth perception and made it tough to time his takedowns. That explanation made sense at the time, but weeks later, an MRI scan revealed something nobody saw coming. Pimblett had been fighting through an undisclosed injury the entire camp, one that was clearly affecting his ability to chain his wrestling together. It is worth noting Pimblett mentioned lingering issues back in April, right as he kicked off training for his next fight, and now it is looking like that injury and the MRI discovery might be directly connected. Pimblett is not dwelling on it though. He is eyeing a rematch with Gaethje, and he is not shy about the one condition he wants next time. Let's roll the clip.
Why did you move away from that when you fought Justin Gaethje?
I just, where I said, first ever Paramount card, I was like, I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna have a war. You know what I mean? And I should have took him down. I wish I did try and take him down sooner. You know, it's my own fault. I never used that sort of pride myself. I only used my fight IQ. And in that fight, I didn't. You know what I mean? I actually found out only a couple of weeks ago that I went into that fight with an injury, not knowing. Because I got an MRI scan a couple of weeks ago. And I've been nursing that, and at the time going into that fight it was quite bad. So that affected me grappling, that affected me takedowns going into it. But as I've said, the better man won on the night. Even though he fucking eye gouged me to fuck, the better man won on the night. Know what I mean? He deserved to win that fight. I think it was fate that Justin Gaethje beat me. I think it was fate. It was in his path, know what I mean, to beat me and then to be the American to win in the main event in the White House.
Merab Dvalishvili is not ready to call Ilia Topuria a loser even after his first defeat. Speaking out in support of his fellow Georgian, the Machine broke down exactly what he believes really happened inside that fight at UFC Freedom 250. The medical reports backed up just how brutal this fight really was. Topuria reportedly lost vision in one eye during the first round, and by the second, he could not see out of the other one either. Some fans criticized how the fight ended between rounds, but Dvalishvili sees it completely differently. He believes Topuria was winning the exchange before the damage piled up. Merab gives Gaethje full respect for the win, but he is adamant that between the strikes and that eye poke, Topuria's vision was never the same after the opening minutes. And this is not the first time eye pokes have come up around Gaethje. Paddy Pimblett said the exact same thing after his own loss, even calling for no eye pokes if a rematch ever happens. Let's roll the clip.
I think Ilia is one of the best in 155 division, and for me Ilia is still winner because he was winning this fight and then he was so close to finish Justin Gaethje, like second round when he dropped him from the body shot. If Ilia continued hitting him, he could finish him, but Ilia instead that he wanted to like something great finish, and he go to triangle. I'm sure he wanted to make him slip, and Justin Gaethje went smart. He went flat down, and then he survived from that. But I have to mention a couple things. Ilia was blind since first round, and then he was fighting with one eye. And then Justin Gaethje, great fight, much respect for him. But he did eye poke one time Ilia, he hit him like this, and then I think that affect also Ilia. And Ilia get, I think he's broke his nose and then the other eyeball, and Ilia was pretty much blind, nose broken, and he was still fighting hard. And for me, Ilia is still winner. And
Bryce Mitchell knows exactly what Ilia Topuria was going through in that fight because he has lived it himself. Thug Nasty is opening up about his own loss to Topuria back in 2022 and why pride might be the real story behind El Matador's first defeat. Mitchell explains that going into his fight with Topuria, he was undefeated and convinced nothing could touch him, even when he probably should not have been competing at full health. That same stubborn confidence, he says, is exactly what he saw in Topuria against Gaethje. But Mitchell is not writing Topuria off. He believes the former champion has everything it takes mentally and technically to remain elite. He just thinks featherweight might be the smarter path forward, even though Topuria proved he can hang physically at 155. Mitchell points to how close Topuria came to finishing Gaethje as proof he belongs in elite company, win or lose. Let's hear what Bryce Mitchell has to say.
So how do you think he comes back, Bryce? And who do you think would be a good match for Ilia to come back? He really was, so I'm curious if he's going to go to 45 or 55. Who do you think would be a good match back for Ilia?
I think he would do better at 45, to be honest. But I think he could easily stay 55. You see, he damn near beat Gaethje, and Gaethje's the best out there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I really think it's going to be spiritually is what determines if he comes back or not. He's got all the tangibles, and he's got the mentality. Like you said, he's not a quitter. I mean, both his eye bones were broken. It's just is his spirit wanting to fight still? What is he fighting for? And there's just no telling who could answer that question. We're just going to have to wait and see. But yeah, it's a spiritual thing to come back from something like that. And he believes in God. He's going to have to pray over it, and he's going to ask God, am I really going to do this again? And if he makes up his mind that he wants to fight again, I think he'll do great.
That's it from MMA Time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for daily MMA updates.